Hello everyone and welcome to my channel EE&CS Made Easy. Today we will be starting a course on software testing, and this will be a brief course. We will learn from the very basics, and then we will move on to more advanced topics, and then we will learn about different types of testing. We will learn about the software development life cycle. We'll also learn about the software testing life cycle, and we will see how does it fits into the software development life cycle. In addition to that, we will also learn about functional and non-functional testing. We will learn about what is black box testing, white box testing, gray box testing, and many more. So stay tuned. I will be uploading new videos every day, and I would suggest you to follow my videos, and I can assure you that after completing this course, that you will be able to answer any software testing questions. So let's start with the very basics, the introduction to the software testing, and this for the outline for this video will be introduction and the objectives of the software testing. So let's move to the introduction. So what is basically software testing? A software testing is it's a predefined process to follow to test a software. So the testing team follows a predefined process to test a software, that whether it is fit for use or not. The second point, it's so the when a software is being made, so we have a customer, which let's say we have a customer, and he wants a website that would an e-commerce website he wants to make. So let's say that he gives some conditions, requirements for the developers team, that it should meet these criteria. So the what is the function, what is the responsibility of the software testing team? That it will analyze the software, and it will detect the difference between the existing and the required condition. So what do we mean by existing and required condition? So existing conditions are the one when the developers makes the software, when it is passed to the software testing team, so it's in the existing condition, and existing condition, and what is required by the customer, that is the required condition. So the software testing team has to detect the difference, that whether it is according to the the customer requirement or not. If it is, then it will pass it and move it to the deployment stage. But if it is not, then it will report it back to the developer teams, and will inform that, okay, there are functions that are not working. There are requirements which are not met by this particular software, which are there in the requirements of the customer. Third point is that we have to test the functionality of different features of a software. So let's take an example of WhatsApp. WhatsApp is an application, and let's say let's consider a few features that we can call someone through WhatsApp. We can send some text messages, and we can record audio and send it to someone. So when the software testing team will test, let's say WhatsApp, then they will make sure that when a user clicks on the icon of call, then the WhatsApp application should be able to call that particular person, or when it should write a text message and sends and clicks on the send button, so it should it should send that text message to the receiver. And similarly goes with the recording audio also. So we have to test the functionality, that whether these features are working or not. So the software testing team has to make sure that all the features of the software are working as per the customer requirements. The last one and the most important one is to find the detects, interchangeably called bugs. So I will be using this as defects or bugs interchangeably. So don't confuse yourself. These are the same thing. So the software testing team has to find the defects or bugs in the software before the deployment stage. So the software testing team is the second last step in the software testing is the second last step in the software development life cycle, and after that it goes to the deployment stage. So the software testing team has to make sure that the software is free of defects or bugs before it is moved on to the deployment stage, where it is uploaded to the let's say Play Store if it's an application, and it is ready for the user to be used. So moving on to the objectives of the software testing, I mentioned it earlier. What is the main objective, the most important one? And you can say we have already discussed it. Find defects or bugs in the system. We have to make sure that our software is bugs free or defects free. The second point is to ensure the quality of the product, or in our scenario, we will say the software. So, what we mean by to ensure the quality of the product? Let's say we have an e-commerce website, and let's say it's a Black Friday and there's a lot of sale going on. So a lot of people are using the e-commerce website, to buy stuff. And let's say the e-commerce website crashes because there's a lot of people are using the same e-commerce website. So so this means that the quality of that software, it's not that good, because let's say if 100 people are using that e-commerce website and it crashes, and then the quality of that e-commerce website is not good. Although it's a the software is good, it's working, but the quality is not good. So we have to minimize this effect. So in order to minimize it, we have to ensure that for a large gateway, it should not crash. The software should not crash, even if thousands of people are using it. So we have to make sure that it doesn't crash. So this is something, you can say that defines the quality of the software. The third and the most important one, to ensure that the software is ready to use according to the user requirements and needs. This is one of the most important one, objective, because if you make a software that is not according to the user requirements, and it's not according to the user needs, then there is no benefit of it. So no, like, it doesn't matter how good that software is, how well structured it is, but if it's not equal to the according to the user requirements and needs, then you it's of no use. So we have to make sure that it's according to the user requirements and needs. So these are the three main objectives of the software testing. In the next videos, I will be explaining about software testing principles, which are really important in terms of interview. The interviewer can ask you about, please tell me the um, principles of software testing. So you should know that. And so see you in the next video with the software testing principles. Thank you.